All right, we're just gonna give it a few minutes. Let people give them some time to join.
Girl, I didn't even realize the countdown was gone.
You know what? I don't like how it doesn't automatically go into like there's no like
Buffer?
transition you have to do. Yeah, it's like phew.
You mean like when I snatched my wig off the last time? Because I thought
I
it was
didn't see it on the live.
really.
It didn't come through on the live because I think I had ended it already.
Oh, I could have sworn that shit came on because I was like,
No,
listen, I enough of this shit.
I wouldn't do that to you. That's wrong.
I remember you was like, hold on, wait, but it was too late. I was already coming up out that bitch.
No, I think it. Let me think. I think it ended. I'm almost
No,
sure.
that's not
I'm
on
so,
film. It'll
wait.
be all right. It won't be the end of the real world. I swear it won't.
Awkward. It won't be. You ain't lying. Okay, I'm just trying to see if it's on Twitch perfectly, the way that it's supposed to be. So hang on, because the very first time we went live on Twitch, it did not go. But last week was fine. So we just have to do like some checks and balances when it comes to it, just to kind of verify that it's working okay. Oh, I can't. Shoot. All right, guys, we're just gonna give it a few minutes before we get started. Give you guys some time to join. Let's turn this music off. All right, there we go. So just a few more minutes. I guess I should have put a background on here, and I really didn't.
You think I should be done with the season 3 part? No, because we're not in season 4 yet, so it works, right?
Technically, we're still in 3 because we haven't officially moved to season 4. But yeah, I think that'll be all right.
Okay.
I've just been the fact that the AC is not working has kind of left. It's a little
My
hot in here.
AC, girl, my AC is working just fine, and I'm about to fucking die.
It's hot in her. It's hot over there. Personal summers and all.
Girl,
Oh shoot. I
I'm
can't
trying to get
even.
the light off of me because it's so damn hot.
Oh, why don't you put it up like towards the ceiling, like more towards the ceiling, because it'll give you some more of that. I think it's too late to put the thumbnail in here.
No,
All right, we are trying to
go
give some
for
folks
it.
time to join, right? Shoot, I
Ugh,
hate when I'm behind. I was
girl.
trying, like I was going live earlier, and then
Hmm.
I was like, just to kind of let people, hey, this is where we're gonna be.
Hmm.
I'm wondering if we might want to consider going live on a different time on a Sunday, or maybe I don't know. We got to find what's would work.
Is it
Um,
not working?
I just think it's a hard time to catch people on a Sunday. So I think it might maybe later in the evening when like families have winded down and stuff like that. Maybe. All right.
So you think 6 is too early?
It might, because you figure I don't know about other people's household, but I know like 6 o'clock is get in the bath because bedtime's going to be 7:30. But we have an earlier bedtime because of
I know.
for different reasons. But um, I just wonder if maybe a little bit later or earlier on a Sunday. We're just gonna have to kind of play with it a little bit. Thank you guys, everyone who's joining. We are just chatting it up before we officially start the live. Um, but let me try to. I don't understand why this screen is here. Okay, there we go. I start messing with stuff, and then oh, there we go. Where's the background though?
Do we got
Where'd
the
that go?
thumbnail? No.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Why is this not working? There we go.
Oh, I
There's
like
the
it.
background. I was like, what in the hell? All right, and
I
then
love it.
let me add one more thing. So
I
I
don't-
do have to.
Girl, what face am I making?
Do you see mine?
Girl, I don't know what the fuck we was talking about.
Oh, I don't know what episode that was. That's funny. Also, share
Look
tab
at
audio.
my
Okay.
face. I look like the
It must have been a serious topic, I believe. Let's see, how's it looking? Let me add a scene. Oh no, I don't want to do that. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's not it though. No. What about this one? All right. Okay. All right, people, we're going to get to it. All right. So we try to start on time as much as you can. Thank you, everyone who's joining. If you are joining us on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook, unfortunately, TikTok won't let us be great. So we are not on TikTok. Give it. Well now. Well, all right. Jeez.
Girl, you're gonna make us unravel.
Too bad I'm not doing a. What just happened? Well, if I turn red again, it's going to be because out of sheer embarrassment. Because now I'm staying. Oh, senor. Okay, senor.
Girl, shit happens. It'd be all right. I literally almost just dropped the whole light and everything like 2 seconds ago. You'll be fine.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
You're fine. And you're still cute.
It's because I said TikTok won't let me be great. And somehow the TikTok powers that be was like, ha, Susia.
Aha!
Talking
Got
shit.
her. Talking that noise.
But I am serious. I mean, I love it. I mean, I really thought this was going to go dark this time around, but we got another 75 days, people. Yoo-hoo. We shall see how it's all going to look. All right, let's fix this one more time. Oh, y'all. Okay. All right. So let me get back to what I was trying to do. All right. So HOAs. I want to say that we, like many homeowners, may have a love-hate relationship when it comes to HOAs. And these days, it's more like a hate relationship when it comes to HOAs, because it seems like HOAs have more power in some instances than the lenders, but more importantly, it has more power than the homeowners, the people that are paying mortgages on very expensive homes. And
not just paying,
or
yeah, not just paying, but went through all of the shit to get qualified. Right?
Barbara said, get it together.
TikTok revenge.
For real. You're not lying.
For
TikTok
real.
was like, hiya.
TikTok gods, chop. My bad.
Sorry, we digress.
Just a little bit.
But yes, there, I said it, TikTok. Don't give me no more bad juju. But
look, I'm over here looking, trying to make sure you don't push it this way.
I know. You were saying how for the HOAs and more something about because I'm sorry, girl. You have to pick up because now my train is all gone.
Girl, you're fine. What I was saying was not just the fact that people went through. I don't know about everybody else. Maybe everybody else, the homeownership was an easy process, but homeownership was not an easy process for me, right? So someone like me that went through the steps to purchase a home, and for somebody that or an organization that had shit to do with that, and you're making your payments on time, like you never missed a payment. You're doing your part as a homeowner, trying to make sure that you're not falling behind. Some people cannot afford to have something extra added on, especially now. Now, the way things are financially, the way things are in the market. Come on. It's
Absolutely.
ridiculous. It's disgusting.
And each state is very different, but I know for at least three different states where the HOA seems to have more power than the homeowners, the people who are paying basically the salaries, paying towards the HOA for the community, whatever amenities the community has. So homeowners are paying towards those things. And for one North Carolina homeowner, she missed a 400. This took place over a couple of years now, but it was Taylor Sanders allegedly over the course of, I think it was 5 years, where she had a $400 payment that was owed to the homeowners association, which ultimately left to her foreclosure. And I almost feel like it was a double whammy, because it's like, well, $400 was the difference between me keeping and losing my home, but for it to then be sold for like $50,000 and then
Listen,
be resold for $850,000, like it's like a triple whammy.
I feel some type of way about that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah. No.
Just the thought of it, like, you people, you're not the bank.
Mm-hmm.
You're not any real estate group.
Mm-hmm.
And you take this lady's home and make that much of a profit off of it when she only owed $400. And I'm gonna go back a little bit, because initially it was $400,
Mm-hmm.
but then they charged her with some other fees. Then it went up to $1,200.
Yes.
She didn't have the extra money. How the hell do you sell her home?
Well, I think what's even more scary is the fact that, she didn't know about it. Like, they didn't do their due diligence to really notify her. And this is like, if there's going to be a lien placed on anything, I would think that you would do your due diligence and best efforts to go ahead and make sure you contact that person. Sending them a letter in the mail, when we get, I don't know about you, but I get tons of junk mail. Half that shit gets tossed in the trash. So if she's anything like me, now I do make a good faith effort to open my mail, but I get a lot of stuff online. But for them to not notify her correctly with, like, I don't know, maybe serving her,
Certified. Yep.
certified.
Yep.
I mean,
Certified.
there's a bunch of different ways it could have made it happen, but somehow they didn't, which makes it seem as if, well, is this what you were you intentionally trying to do this? Like, I don't know what profit they could make at $50,000 though. The person who
I definitely feel that way. I feel like it was intentional. It wouldn't even surprise me. And and this is just my own theory, my own opinion.
Mhm.
Oh well, don't really care.
Mhm.
But it's what I think. It's my
Mhm.
opinion. So my thing is, if it wouldn't surprise me if they knew the person they sold the home to. It really would not surprise me if it wasn't some type of, I don't want to say underhanded, but underhanded,
Mm-hmm.
where they knew that was, that was their game plan.
Well, that has to be disclosed. Like in North Carolina specifically, I don't know about all states, but in North Carolina specifically, if there is any, if the person who buys it has any, what word am I looking for? Has any affiliation or any relationship with the homeowners,
Seller?
they have to disclose it. Because well, so for some disclosure, they put a lien on it, and because the lien wasn't paid, that's what enabled them to foreclose. Now, the lien was ultimately, it was for that $400, but I think once they started tacking on administrative fees to create a lien, that's where I got to $1,200. Mm-hmm. But it's actually illegal. Like, legally, they have to disclose any relationship if they did know each other. Now, we ain't gonna say that everyone's gonna do the right thing. So it doesn't mean that you're wrong, even though the fact that is illegal. You know what I'm saying? But you have to prove it. And how do you prove it?
I don't know if they can prove that. So I am gonna, girl, I am over here looking for something and I can't find it. So please forgive me. I'm gonna be still now because I have a tendency to fidget. I know there's almost Every episode we do, I fidget. I have to eat. If I'm not eating, I'm fidgeting. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be still now.
Janine, be still. Not please be still. Janine, be still.
I'm trying to control myself here.
But I think.
Go
Do
ahead.
you feel like it was salt in the wound when for whoever bought it to split that and turn it into 150,000? I can't even calculate what type of margin that is. Like that's crazy.
And
Almost $1 million.
the sad part is that shouldn't this be illegal? How did they legally take this woman's house and sell it for almost 50 grand and she only owed 1,200?
Well,
that's a
part of the problem.
Fucking hell of a profit there.
Mm-hmm. Well, God only knows if she did that even satisfy the mortgage, because while they're selling it for $50,000, the mortgage company has to sign off on it if it's less than what's owed on the mortgage overall. So, I mean, I don't recall if her house was owned outright, but I don't know how the mortgage company said okay. That part I don't know, because if there was a lien on it from the mortgage company, from a lender, that has to be satisfied as well. So if they sold it for $50,000, how do they satisfy the loan and this $1,200 lien for $50,000? It almost feels like there must have been some kickbacks on the end somewhere, but we just,
I can't wrap my mind around that. I have my opinion on HOAs, and that was from my personal experience, right? And really, honestly, I'm going to tell you what I thought about when I heard her story, right? I thought about the fact that they did they put a lien on my house, if you remember.
What, they tried to, right?
They tried to.
They tried it.
They tried it. Like, hold up now. But when I shared the fact that they did that with somebody else was like, oh, that's not even a big deal. That's only $50. And I know the severity when you say lien. So if they would have just said, we're fining you $50, girl, I probably would have paid that motherfucker $50, shut my mouth, and kept on moving.
But they gave you notice, right? They sent you a letter in the mail. Is that like, I don't remember all the details.
This is exactly how it went. So it went to, and that's what really kind of like made me raise an eyebrow also. That's why I went and got me a goddamn attorney. God is good. Praise you, Jesus. Right? But what happened was I had got a letter about my fence that had damn near been that way since I moved here. Right? So I got the letter about the fence saying that it had to be repaired. And I know previously I did have to repair it for some opens, some gaps, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I got it and they said I needed to repair it, I was still looking like, what is it they want me to repair? I remember discussing it with you, right?
Yeah.
Remember, I was like, yo, sis, they keep telling me to repair my fence, but they're not telling me what's wrong with it. You can't just say, fix this shit, and then no narrative. I had no clue as to really what they wanted. So what I did is I went along, my fence line, and any of it that was poking out, any of them that looked like they was broken, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I replaced it. I get a letter a month later, right? Because they did give me 90 days to fix it. So I did fix it. I got new fencing, went out there, drilled, fixed the fence. Even though I wasn't really for sure what I was fixing, I was guessing. That's first, right? So I'm really guessing. I'm like, oh, well, yeah, I could see where this needs to be replaced. Or, yeah, this one is broke, and even though you can't really tell it's broke, I just go ahead and pull it down and replace it. Took before and after pictures, guessing what they wanted, because they still wasn't specific. I fix it, send them pictures, show them that I fix it. Girl, I get a letter saying, you did not repair the fence. And they kept saying they wanted it to look like it did when I first moved in.
Okay. What does that mean?
Okay, so it's not just me, right? Because I was like, you want me to put a whole new fence up?
But it wasn't new. It wasn't a new fence when you bought it. So what are they talking about?
God is good. When I got blessed with my home, it's a foreclosed home. It was already lived in. It already had prior damage. That's why I had to fix it shortly after I moved in here. I don't know if you remember that, but shortly after I moved in here, I had to fix the fence, which was understandable because they were actually, the kids in the neighborhood were using the home for hangout.
Got it. That's the spot.
The stuff that I have found.
All kinds
of stuff.
That's
beside the point. It's not the point. It's not the point. But anyway, long story short, so I'm like, what do they mean? I fixed the fucking fence. I sent them pictures. And I was like, you know what? I really think they might have the wrong house. Because there's a fence behind me that kind of lines up with my fence. Right? So I'm like, yeah, I think they got the wrong house. So I'm trying to touch bases with them. Won't nobody respond? Then finally I get somebody, no, it's your house. They even sent pictures of my home when it was first built. Y'all done lost y'all damn mind. I don't know how y'all think it didn't even look like that when I moved in. I'm so confused. When I purchased the home, the fence didn't look that damn good. I mean, that thing looked. I think I even sent you the pictures because I was so frustrated. Do you remember that? Did I send you
I don't remember you sending me pictures of the. No. But I remember because you were like, well, what was the listing pictures? Because then you could send them that and be like, this is what it looked like when I first got it.
So they sent me the listing. Okay, no, they didn't send me. They sent me a listing, but they sent me the original listing
from when they first.
That shit don't apply to me, homie. So I kept trying to get in touch with somebody, and then I get the letter that they put a lien on my house. The original letter said that if it wasn't finished in the 90 days, that I would get a fine for up to whatever. And it would increase, I think it is daily until I do the repairs. They skipped all of that and put a straight lien on my house. Girl, I don't play about my house.
But they're supposed to notify you like certified mail.
No, I got it in the regular mail. Saying that they took out a lien on a regular notice. And the only reason why I opened it was because I'm like you. I get mail so much, homeowners association meetings, yada, 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 yada. I'm not like that. I'm not one of those people. Like, I really am to myself. So when y'all want to get up and discuss all of this shit in a meeting, listen, just send me whatever the fucking outcome is. I don't give a fuck.
Send me the Cliff Notes.
What the fuck? I'm not going to that shit. I've been at work all fucking day. I don't want shit. I don't want nothing. I want to go home, feed my kids, and get ready for the fucking next day.
Yeah.
Period. Or picking them up from run, from track or whatever it is. Like, some people can't afford, even when they sent me that. If you remember me trying to get up the things to try to fix the fence, I was stressed out. I was like, God damn, I gotta try to fit something else in my budget. I'm already stretched. And anyway, long story short, I kept telling them they had the wrong house. They kept telling me, no, it's your house. They sent me a picture of my house from when it was first fucking built, and they kept saying, fix the fence, fix the fence. And I can send you, girl, I got email after email after email. Tell me what the fuck is wrong with it. I'm going out here just picking random shit that I feel like I could improve on, but you're not telling me what. Show me specific pictures of what you see that's wrong with my fence.
It's like they were trying to be like deliberately obtuse, and because I think whoever there's definitely a lot of communication on that end, because it's like, well, if I'm telling you XYZ, you can't provide this information to me. How the hell? Like, it should be clearly communicated, and the fact that they couldn't, like, there was something missing, that like big time, for it to even get to this extent. Because you could, HOAs have no problem about going on your property and looking at you. That's part of being an HOA. I don't know, everyone's bylaws are different, but you got to check those bylaws, because the bylaws going to tell you what they can and cannot do. Didn't they send you pictures of it before?
Lemonade. I made lemonade and I didn't drain all them seeds out, girl. My bad.
Okay. Didn't they send you pictures the first time around?
They could never send me any pictures of what was wrong with my fence.
So they figured, oh, we're just going to send a random ass notification without showing, because I would. Interesting.
And that's what I kept asking for, because I know somebody else that actually is involved with their HOAs. That's where I got some of my information from. Because Sylvia was like, well, you know what, Janine? Where are the pictures? What pictures? I never got any pictures. The only picture I ever got was a picture of my home when it was brand spanking damn new. My house is not going to look like that, honey. We live in it. So, long story short, God is good. I got an attorney. Girl, once they got that notification, she told me not to communicate with them no more. She's like, don't say nothing else. We're going to step in. We're going to handle it. Send me every single email. Send me every single picture. I even went through the neighborhood and looked at these fences and took pictures of them for my attorney. Like, do you see this shit? Is there a lien on their house? The people behind me, the people over there, I know they mad at me. Because I was all through this neighborhood taking pictures. If y'all gonna come for me, I want to know. I was feeling very targeted.
Yeah.
Very targeted. Because I'm like, there was one gate right down here that literally had the whole gangster lien. It's about to fucking fall over any day now. Did y'all send them a notice? So my attorney didn't even go just by my pictures. She actually came out here and she was like, hey, we're going to be in your neighborhood because we're going to start taking pictures ourselves.
I wonder if, like, sometimes the people that are on the HOA actually live in the community. So I get it would be easy to feel like, well, if you're on this HOA board and I got a bone to pick with somebody, like, how easy would it be for that person to be like, oh, I don't like you, so I'm going to be like, just create something out of nothing just because people can be disgusting. But it's kind of like, well, you do need people who live in the neighborhood though. But it's really hard to determine who's a good person,
who's not malicious,
and who's not malicious. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. And I really felt like they was just being malicious because I'm like, yo, I don't bother nobody out here. I really keep to myself, and I think that's part of the reason why they don't really fuck with me. Because I even heard little conversations like, I don't give a fuck. I listen. I don't have a problem with having community. That's not me. Having community and just being in people's business, yeah, there's a difference here for me.
Yeah, like, and it takes a nosy person to be all up in your shit.
Right, and I'm like, you ain't got shit to do. You
probably
must be bored as fuck.
They're retired. But it's very... You are not like there's someone that I follow who had something similar, but not in North Carolina. So this is not in South Carolina. This is a thing that is a nationwide issue for the states that don't have specific laws to control that. There is no way and there's no reason for there not to be a law on the books. And we'll get to that part later, but there's no reason that HOA should have this much power to put a lien, sure, but then also foreclose for such a small amount of money. this is not the first time this specific instance has happened in North Carolina. Specifically, this woman who owned her house outright, she owned it. She didn't have no mortgage on it, and this happened somewhere around the same time. Um, they sold it out from under her while she was living in the house.
Girl, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I'm just going ahead and put like this is these HOAs. They don't play. Here we go.
And was it for HOA fees or was it for something else? Mine eventually, they took that lien off my house, and then they tried to say, "Oh, we had the wrong house," but no, y'all had the right house. Y'all had the wrong house.
They had the right person. Try me. So let's see.
God, look after me, honey. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I hope I'm saying her name right, but Trinita Rogers, she thought it was a joke, and her house sold for $221,000, where her house was valued at $413,000, and it all stemmed from a debt that was less than $1,500 of an HOA that this woman didn't even know that she was a part of. Yes, ma'am.
Girl, shut the.
Yes, ma'am. She didn't even know there was an HOA. She'd never received HOA notifications, no meetings, no nothing. Nothing. But they sold it out from under her. The only reason why she realized that it had even happened was because she got an eviction letter. She got an eviction notice. Yeah.
That's heartbreaking.
And she owned that house outright.
And there's nothing she can do.
Not a damn thing. Well, she hired a lawyer. I mean, that's the only thing. And then in both of these cases that they can do is do what you did, but beforehand, before it gets to that point, is to go ahead and hire an attorney to try to rectify it, because at least get your money. Like with Miss Sanders, 800, almost $1 million.
Huh? Girl, for $1,200, that could happen to anybody. Now, I'm not even trying to be funny. In this day, this time, any day at any time. I'm not even going to use what's happening now, but at any point in life, we could be so stretched. We don't have an extra $400.
Absolutely.
We don't have an extra $1,200. Shit, I'd be mad when I got to pay an extra $2. Fuck that shit. I got my shit budgeted.
Yeah.
And I didn't put this fee in there when I budgeted it.
And it's not like I get it. Like I'm someone who gets a lot of junk mail, so I get the wanting to like toss stuff, because like we get so much stuff. Like, you want a credit card? No. Want a credit card? No. No. I mean,
alone?
No. No thanks.
What's some extra health insurance? I'm sorry.
No, but that's for real. Like, we're gonna be in your neighborhood this week. Oh, do you want to sell your home? All kinds of shit. You just be standing at the trash can like toss.
Keep toss. I even toss bills. I already know what it is. It's a bill.
Right, because if you get an e-bill, if you get an e-bill, it's like, I don't really need this paper. I should probably change the settings. But, I know of someone, and I don't know if they'd be willing to share, but they had similar issues with their homeowners, and it was about like upkeep, and the HOA was just being a complete, giving timelines that were unreasonable. And what she did, and I hope that, I don't know if you're still watching, was she consulted with her local government, who said, hey, I need some help here. And they really did. They just they jumped in and really to help her with this. But I don't think that homeowners should have to resort to having to call attorneys or calling local, your local politician to help you with. And in these two cases, they didn't even know their shit had sold. How did they do that?
I have no doubt in my mind that if God would have not worked it out and blessed me to be able to get an attorney to handle that, I have no doubt in my mind they would have took that shit as far as they could have took it.
Absolutely.
And I probably would have wound up losing my home.
Absolutely.
But God is amazing. And they say he looks out for babies and fools, and I ain't no baby. It is what it is. but, but anyway, yeah, I'm like, yo, they was gonna so try it. I believe that in my heart, without a doubt. Like, oh yeah, y'all was gonna do that. And the heartless part about it is that they would never. I'm gonna tell you, I even damn near got an apology letter. Remember I told you that after all of it went down, the actual, cause see what it is it's the HOA, but then there's the middle guy that sends out the letters, that collects all the fees, right? They sent me a letter and they was like, hey, we want you to know that it's not us, it is your HOA. All we do, in other words, they sent me a little a letter saying, hey, listen, don't shoot the messenger because it ain't us.
But then why not verify it? I mean, you're talking about you don't want to get in trouble for this. Then do your work, do your job.
They do not want to tell me who it was. I even asked, and I wasn't even going to be upset. I swear to God on everything I love. All I was trying to do was keep my home, right?
Yeah.
So I'm saying, hey, whoever it is that says I need to fix it, can you please tell them, if they wouldn't mind, just meet me at my home, like on my lunch break or after work, and just take me along the fence line and show me what they want from me, so that way I don't. No,
they can't do that.
We can't. Hold on. No, not for no drama. But
they don't know that.
Well, that's
people
true.
Can say what they
well, then don't be fucking with people for no reason, and then you won't be fucking scared.
Fair.
Don't be an asshole, and then you don't have to worry about being scared for your life.
Well, I mean, they could have done their due diligence better. Like, if you have to send out a letter for XYZ, and you don't think you just have to trust and verify. You don't verify. No, you just have to trust and not verify that the HOA is saying XYZ. They don't have to do anything in this. Just send out a letter. By the way, why does your HOA need somebody to manage it? They can't send out a damn letter.
Girl, I don't know. It's like the middleman. So it's the HOA, and then it's a company that handles it, a property management company.
Yeah.
And then that's how they do it. But I feel like that's their way of being anonymous. And honest to God, after that happened, I really thought about going to sit in one of the meetings, because I want to know who's who.
Yeah, fair point.
I thought about it. But then I was like, as long as y'all bitches leave me alone, commence to doing what y'all do. But just leave me alone. Because I come here, I mind my business, and I pay my mortgage on time. Leave me the fuck alone. And I pay y'all.
Because it's part of your HOA fees. Funny how that works. Well, I mean, there is, I don't know. I've always known I never wanted to live in an HOA community, but now that I do not, I have found that there's, putting this crap aside, there's an actual benefit to living in an HOA community, as long as there's none of the BS shenanigans. Because, I mean, I don't live in the HOA, and that, people are a little bit more lax in how they maintain their properties. So if my neighbors down the road want to become hoarders, they can. That's a great look for the neighborhood. And then if my neighbors want to get chickens and let them free range all over the place, literally all over the place, no problem. We got no HOA. Random structures in your front yard. Fuck it. No HOA. Front yard. And a new one's coming. A new structure is in the works. Probably unpermitted. So I'm just saying, as a person who lives in a neighborhood that is non-HOA, there are times where I'm like, damn it, I wish I lived in an HOA, because I wouldn't have chickens running around and all the other random shit. So there's benefits, but I think that there's no benefit that says, hey, we're going to foreclose on your house over a $400 bill or $1,300, $1,200, whatever that amount is. I mean, shit, let it be something big. I would think you'd have to be years in arrears of HOA fees.
Or I don't feel like, and this is just my personal opinion. It is what it is. It's just how I feel about it. I don't feel like I would like to be able to, if I want to add on to my home,
gotta go to the HOA.
a home that I pay for, a home that they ain't got nothing to do with them. If I want to add on to my home, I gotta go ask these HOA people if I can, and
Yeah.
I really have an issue with that. Now,
Yeah.
if I do understand, some people say, "Hey, I'm gonna add on to my home," and then they have a shed or some structure, as you were saying, going on. I get it, but I do also. I feel like it's. I don't know. I feel like it's damn if you do, damn if you don't, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's cool because it can protect you. Like in your case, you don't have homeowners in your neighborhood, so it allows for people to do a lot of shit that you like. The fuck is
Every
that?
day, I gotta look at this shit. Every day.
But then I also feel like if I want to build something on a piece of property that I am working and paying for, why the fuck I gotta ask you permission?
I mean, it's a balancing act. Like you can't. There is like I do know that there is a way. I don't know if this is true for all states, but I know that there's a way that you can vote that HOA out. Like if enough people in a subdivision was like, I am sick of your crap, y'all can vote. If enough people got together,
they wouldn't.
y'all can vote
You
the
want to know
HOA
why
out.
they wouldn't? You know why they wouldn't? Because that's their way of harassing people that they have
Well, I
an
mean,
issue
it
with. Because
keeps.
I feel like that's what that was. I have no doubt about it. And that's the real reason why they did not want me to know. I even asked, hey, can I email the actual HOA? Not you, not the middleman. Fuck
The
you. You
property
don't know what's
manager.
going on.
Yeah.
Clearly, you don't know what's going on. And you said that quite a few times. Don't shoot the messenger.
I mean, I get why
So
to a degree.
then move out the way and let me talk to this person that can help me.
I mean, they can, but they can't. Like, they don't want. I get to a degree why they wouldn't disclose exactly who it is because, like, if you went to the HO meetings, then you'd see exactly who's who, right? But they can't exactly say who it is because they don't want. And this is just a safety issue. They don't want you. I'm not saying that you would. I know that you would not. But
right.
Are there people out there who would?
Yes,
absolutely. So they really can't. From a safety standpoint, I don't think they'd ever would disclose a direct person.
Right.
But and I think sometimes I don't know. I think each HOA is different, so they might have different rules as to if you want to build something like a patio or something like that. Maybe you might have some flexibility, but you guys, the bylaws should be on your HOA website, or ask them to send you a copy of it so you can kind of read through it and know exactly what's okay and what's not. So that way, if they ever try to challenge you, you can be like, the bylaw is saying this, so the answer is no. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's very. I don't think that there's any way that there should never be a way that these HOAs can have license to take someone's house,
take somebody's house,
or target anybody because I don't like you today, so I'm gonna be an asshole today. Like that's just who has time for that? Nobody.
This is a reminder.
Like who? Ain't nobody got time for that. But there is for North Carolina specifically. I don't know about the other states. I know that there is a bill that was proposed to help prevent this from happening again. But when they first introduced it, it's like it's been years since it was first introduced. So here, 5 years later, because remember when you first said, "Hey, what about this?" And I was like, "Wait, that happened like 2 years ago. This is a totally different freaking story." So from 2-3 years, still nothing's been done.
Because people are benefiting from it. That's why.
Who benefits from it? Yeah.
What do you mean? Who benefits from it?
Well, I mean, from the state, from the city and the state.
They get taxes on that shit. They get taxes.
At $8.50, they would. Yeah.
They get taxes on that shit. They're benefiting from that shit. Everybody's benefiting except the actual homeowner. Go Go
I
ahead.
would see them benefiting in, I mean, I don't see like, because your property, the city won't, the state, you are taxed based off of the tax value. That's never going to change. So even if it sells for 850, if they're saying that your house is worth 200,000, they're still taxing 200,000. So the city and the town will only, like, the only money they generate is based off of those taxes, unless, I don't know. I don't, like, I can see it in some ways, but in some ways I can't. I will say this, like, I know in a certain town in these parts, there's people that's on the planning board of certain places that are also in real estate.
Go figure.
Funny, funny how that works. So I have
Yeah.
seen it.
I'm gonna sip on that.
Yes, you know what? I'm so hot right now. I am hot, but I'm kind of hot. I just need some water. Let's take a sip.
Yes, my girl, you are hot.
So what do you think, like, with your attorney? Like, I think that your attorney was phenomenal and handled it lickety split. It was like,
Quick.
you're okay, we're done.
Quick. Girl, I got that apology. Like, as soon as they realized attorney was involved, it was like,
They're down the back.
oh, don't try to backpedal now. I told y'all had the wrong house. Y'all
A
didn't
few
have
times.
the wrong house.
A few times.
So many emails, but I really think y'all got the wrong house.
Did they tell you whose house? They didn't tell you whose house, so you could be like, knock, knock. Let me just tell you, this is coming down the pipeline. This is how you prepare for it.
Nope. And you know what's funny? I'm gonna make you laugh. I don't know if I'm gonna make you laugh or not, because I really didn't find it funny when I really sat and thought about it. The person that stays behind me, they fixed two or three of the planks. But there's still a whole nother portion that they never repaired.
Maybe Sam.
Hold on. The people
Huh.
around, some of them have repaired their fences. But if you go through this neighborhood, a lot of these fences are not repaired. They're not. Are y'all still sending out these "we're taking a lien on your house" letters? I mean, I can't prove it. And I'm antisocial. So it's not like I want to be like, hey girl, did this happen to you? I'm not gonna do that. But mighty strange that some of these fences still ain't been repaired. And how long ago did that happen?
Girl, I don't even know.
Exactly.
I mean, they may have, because like, they sent the notice. It was about a couple of months hold from the process from start to finish. So they could be targeting everyone. You just don't know. But
Girl,
even
they
though
gave
you're
me 90
antisocial,
days. They gave me 90 days. I fixed it in less than 90 days.
mm-hmm.
Then I got the letter saying that I still was not compliant.
And
But
from
that letter said right there, we're taking a lien on your home.
You should send like an anonymous letter to those neighbors with the fences. Be like, hey, this is how you want to handle it. This is the attorney you want to talk to. I'll just throw your attorney some extra work for handling your subject.
I'm like, half of these fences still aren't repaired. But I don't see nobody stressed out about that shit.
Well, I mean, the thing is, some may not know. Some people may not know. Like, you were smart enough to be like, I'm getting an attorney. F this. Right?
Right, because y'all gonna leave me alone.
Right?
Leave me the fuck alone. Because I don't want no drama.
But
I don't want no drama.
Yeah. But think how many people don't, like, this lady is tossing out HOA letters. I thought it was a joke. I thought it was a scam. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't just call your HOA and be like, hey, is this for real? Because that would have solved a lot of problems. In the second lady's case, Miss Rogers, that would have solved a lot had she just picked up the phone call and just verified.
In her defense, sometimes you're not able to get in touch with them. Like in my case, right? I'm sending emails. Hey, who do I need to talk to? Who can show me what's wrong? Oh, we can't give you that information. Fix it. We can't give you that information. Fix it. We can't give you that information. Fix it. Well, then how the hell am I fixing if I don't know what I'm fixing?
Yeah, but the property management should be able to validate or like this is true, this is not. Whether they know what the direct
Oh,
cause
okay,
of
okay,
it,
okay, okay.
they should be like, oh yeah, this is real. You better pay attention to it, or oh, I don't know what this is. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that is a little bit different if it's like, if it's fees and stuff like that. Um,
I got you.
yeah, it's just really messed up. I can't imagine like putting so much time, effort, and money into your house, and then the HO is like, well, it's ours now, and then to not properly notify
And then for
somebody. Come
and
on.
then for a little bit of money. For a little bit of money.
Yeah, and
Like,
I think the law that they're trying to propose, like I read some of it, I'm like, this legal jargon is like a lot, but I think that the law that they're trying to propose is there has to be like some sort of minimum, like I think 2,500 or up, like something. There has to be some sort of minimum to say before they can put a lien, and the lien should be given proper notification, which would be like a certified
certified.
letter or getting served, because that's So they're trying to work on it, but the law moves very, very slowly, if at all. It also depends who it is. Funny how that works. Let me grab a sip.
Girl, on that note, I have to. Girl, you've been on it today. You've been on it so good, I'm almost out of sipping out.
It's the difference between the haves and the have-nots. It's a really big difference. How many people have the money to like go? Thank God you were able to get an attorney, but like, how many people have that who can take the case for free before it even gets to this point? Like, had this
So,
woman or both of these ladies had an attorney prior to them even had they had that opportunity first and foremost, would it have been a different scenario? Would anyone have been willing to take their case until after the fact? After the fact, it's on the news. After the fact, it's nationwide news at that. So
right.
now they're willing to take the case, not catch it before it happens. That I don't know, whatever. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a shame, and we've talked about this on so many other issues. It's just a damn shame that usually it takes something really tragic to happen before everybody is like, oh
yeah.
yeah, we should probably not, we should probably fix that. We should probably do something about that. We don't want this to happen again. It shouldn't happen to begin with. Anybody that is a homeowner that has done all the right things to obtain the American dream.
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
And then I question why so many people decide to rent and just have no desire to own
To
a
own.
home.
It's true.
Do you think we're sold this? And guys, thank you so much for sticking with us. And we try to keep it under a certain time frame. But do you think to a degree we are sold this idea of the American dream to really in home ownership to just buy into the system of more debt and banks and giving them more money? Do you know what I mean?
That's really profound. I really know somebody that I thought they was a homeowner, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that person was like, "Nah, I rent a townhouse. I don't own a home." And I was like, "What do you mean?" He was like, "Hell no, that's just what did he say?" He said, in other words, like it's a form of slavery.
To our bills.
But then I'm gonna tell you how I look at it. Hell, we're slaves to our bills anyway. We gotta have somewhere to live.
But what's it gonna be? Rent or home ownership?
I mean, when you and I do understand where he's coming from because he's absolutely right? Because I mean, I don't know how long most people mortgages are, right? So you have what, 15 or 30, right?
It can vary, about 30 years.
Right?
The average person is going for 30, yeah.
The average person is going to do 30, right? Because you have a longer extended period to pay it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, But 15 years, 30 years, that's a long damn time. 30 years. That's a long damn time. You don't know what the hell you're gonna be doing in 30 years. Are you ever really gonna fully pay this house off?
It's a long commitment.
That's a fucking long ass time. 30 years?
Yeah. I was like,
right?
I mean, yeah.
But financially, it makes sense. You can borrow against your home. Not now. Not the way shit is now. I'm gonna tell you about that shit. Man, you gotta talk.
Offline. Anyway, okay, got it. On it.
We're gonna talk about it. But you can borrow money. You have equity in your home. You can, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's easier to obtain certain things because you have your home as a leverage, right? Yeah. So as long as you don't mismanage it, it really could be beneficial, right? You can't borrow against your apartment.
True.
Right? And in my personal opinion, I feel like, hell, even though 30 years is a really long time, 15 years is a long time, whatever. When you're paying every month for something that you'll never own, at least with a home ownership, I hope I make it to the 30-year deadline and I am able to actually fully own it.
God willing.
Right? Like I hope.
Knock on this paper here.
Like I hope I own it eventually one day. But the odds, you know, you renting for 30 years and never owning it, that's worse to me. Right?
Yeah. For me, for sure. Like I believe in home ownership for a couple of reasons, but I think a couple of reasons. But I think it's a good way to build wealth. I mean, we all know it. Like if you buy it low and you have an opportunity to sell it high.
My home was foreclosed. God is amazing.
So like it's, you know, when I look at what, and I won't spout numbers, but from when we purchased our home to what it was worth, the last home that sold on this area, it's like $200,000 more.
Trying to tell you.
Think about the people who lived here before from the OG, from when the neighborhood was originally built. And there's still people here in this neighborhood who live here from the day one. So they are sitting pretty, as far as I can tell. But I think that's a great way to build wealth, as long as you kind of follow those parameters and your mortgage is not too crazy. Like, hell yeah. And then you never know, like, depending on where you live, if it's like a area that's not so developed, once it starts getting developed, then you're really sitting pretty. I mean, I think it's a great path
to wealth. What do you mean? Because they build. So I never, girl, you probably gonna judge me for this. Everybody that's probably listening to this live is probably gonna judge me for this shit, but I don't give a damn. It's the truth. I'm transparent. I knew that they was building some shit back there, but it really wasn't until. It was really not until they had sent me that notice about my fence and I started driving the neighborhood. So I realized it's like a whole bunch of houses back up in there.
So like a new phase?
It's a new phase.
Okay, yeah.
Back up that way. And so does that increase? I know
absolutely.
I know we're supposed to be talking about HOAs, but does that increase?
Yes and no.
Value?
It will and it won't, because a brand new home, you can't compare a brand new home to a home that has existed for 20 years.
Right.
You might be able to compare a brand new home with a home that's maybe a year old, something like that. You can use it as a good comparison. But in the bigger scheme of things, absolutely it's going to bring more value to the homes, because there's a shit ton of new constructions going up. If you are an older home, you can put your house in the market to capture some of the people who can't go into the brand new homes, because now the new homes are like $500,000, $600,000, $700,000, depending on where you're at. So if you can't afford, right? So you can leverage that against the new home. So is it? Absolutely, it's a win across the board. But like, even more homes means more businesses, more stores, which is going to bring more people to the area and increase values to those homes. So that's what I mean.
Okay.
But in your opinion, because our this episode is, do HOAs have too much power? I think the basic consensus is
Absolutely.
yes.
This is this is what I have to say to it.
Water.
Girl, I'm out.
Mm. I'm almost out. But my water's gotten warm because the AC. It's no longer cold. Otherwise, I think I would have flown through this a little bit faster.
You should put it in a sleeve. I have a
Uh,
sleeve, and it
yeah,
does help keep it cooler longer.
really?
It
I
really
just.
does. I don't. As a matter of fact, the one that I have for this one is actually a carrying, and I can use it for that pretty little cup that you sent
The
me. That's
top?
more
Is
filtered.
that a Stanley?
It is.
Okay, so a Stanley top will do. Because I've been looking at some tops on that rainforest place, and I was like, I don't know if I want to buy it, but it's like it's replacement tops for a Stanley. But I'm like, I
Okay.
think that can fit for the other one. So 40-ounce Stanley can fit for that. Is that a 40-ounce Stanley?
This is.
Perfect. Okay, because I've been eyeing some tops. Like I need one because I don't find like I don't those cartridges are expensive.
Yes, and the thing that I'm telling you to get will
Yeah.
fit this as it'll fit it. It'll fit this as well.
Can you send
This
me the
one.
link?
It's from the rainforest people. And the one that I got, you can even carry.
Okay.
You can carry it.
Okay.
I think it's the cutest thing, and it helps keep it colder longer.
Okay.
So it's a sleeve.
Yeah.
It's a sleeve. You can carry it. It even has a little pouch for your little phone.
If you
My
send me
phone is
that, then I can back into it and figure out what top I can get that can work. Because I don't want to buy those cartridges all the time. It's like so silly. I mean, I love the cup, but I'm like, I don't think in today's economy I should be spending $5 on a cartridge. I don't even
That's
know.
why I love my cup, but that's why I really haven't been using it lately.
See if that pink one from the dark pink one don't fit in that one. Let's do an online test. You guys, we are going to wrap it up very soon, I promise. But we're going to do this test real quick so I know if I can find a replacement top for mine. Because we don't want to pay $4 for a circle cartridge. Dun, dun, dun. Can you send me a link for that pink top? That pink cup? The Stanley cup? Problem solved. You guys, those circle cups are so amazing. And the fact that they're insulated, but the dang cartridges, it helps with wanting to drink water. But hey, this is not a paid advertisement. No, we're not getting paid for this. It's just our personal experience. Circle, holler at us.
Wait, hey, first come, first serve. Whoever comes first.
Brand deal? Yeah, we're here for it. We're here for it. Y'all just got some free advertising. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. We know that I don't know what just happened with this dang camera. Oh Lord.
Oh yeah, you did get real excited all of a sudden.
I was like, thank you, Barbara, for joining us today for this live. We're so happy that you were able to join us. And to everyone who's joining us, if you're joining us on Twitch, Facebook, or YouTube, we really appreciate you. And if you were unable to catch the entire live, it will be on YouTube very shortly in its public form where you can catch it. That's where it's going to live. And Facebook, it'll be here for about 30 days. We really appreciate your support. Thank you for joining us on this good Sunday.
We love y'all. We thank y'all. We appreciate y'all. Time is something that you cannot get back. And the fact that you spent your time with us here on Oust, we appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great night.
Thank you, guys. Bye. Barbara, I'm coming.